What's up, guys? Welcome back to Stroke, the Art of Mental Stimulation, where I touch subjects at depths that most people aren't willing to go, man. Oh, yes. I keep it really raw and honest, transparent. I go there. I do not hold back. Whatever comes up, comes out. Imperfection does exist, and sometimes it exists on this podcast, man. I am a human being. I like to talk about the human experience. You know, God gets in me, puts a message out there. And today, nothing's changed, you know. Still got something beautiful to speak about. Hopefully it reaches the right person or the right people. All right, but I'm here with you guys today. I am so happy to be here with you guys today. Okay? Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're just tuning in. Make sure, analytics and everything, man, they're keeping up with me. They're keeping up with me, man. They use that to show how far they should let me go. So, you know, hit that analytics for me or whatever. And, of course, you guys know D-Love is on this mic, and you already know what's about to happen to you. You already know. I don't have to tell you. We've been at this long enough. It's time to get stroked up. What is up with you guys today? What is going on this beautiful Tuesday? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope your day is great. It seems like it's beautiful outside today. I tell you that. It's a nice change to be in the 70s. I know a lot of you guys came to me and said, hey, where was Vibe for Five Friday? And I love to hear that. I love to hear that. That means people are really tuning in. They're really enjoying it. And, yeah, I had a lot of people hear me. Hey, where's the vibe at? Where's Vibe for Five? I said, oh, you listen? People that I didn't know listen to the episodes or whatever. But let me tell you guys what had happened. And when somebody throw had happened in there, it sounds like it's about to be something. Just my voice. I actually recorded the Vibe for Five Friday, and I did not like it. Didn't like it. I'm not really good with weather changes. One day in Louisiana here, it's 30 degrees, and the next day it's 79. So, you know, when you have a lot of that going on, the way my immune system is set up, the way this immune system is set up, yeah, that doesn't work out too well. So, yeah, I didn't like it. My voice was kind of thrown off or whatever, and I think I sounded retarded, and I didn't like it. And I have receipts. If someone wants to try me, I have receipts. It's still in my phone or whatever, so, you know, come check it out. But, yeah, I wasn't feeling it. There was no need to re-record it because if I wasn't sounding right on that one, I wasn't going to make it happen on the next one. So, hey, that was the deal. But we are vibing this Friday, right? You gonna be here with me? You going to be here with me, or are you going to leave me hanging? We're vibing. We're vibing. I'm here. I'm here for it. Man, I love you guys. You guys are the, I'm not going to say the word. You guys know what I wanted to say. Y'all are the it. All right. Today, I want you guys, you know, come along with me for a second. Come along. I want you guys to sit here with me for 2 seconds, and I want you to do something for me. I don't know how many entrepreneurs we have listening on here, aspiring entrepreneurs, whatever. There's a lot of them. Most people have some type of product or some type of something that they have, or whether you're just doing something on the side, whatever. Just pretend with me right now, even if you aren't, okay? Let's say you have this product. You have a product, and you know how great it is, and you know how good it is, and you know it's a problem that it can solve, and you know how crazy the people be going over it, and you just know the effect that it will have. How would you get it out there for people to know about it? How would you get it out there for people to know it exists? What would you do? You will advertise, right? You will advertise to get it out there for people to know it exists, to show proof of how it works, you know, to show its greatness. You would get it out there. You would advertise. Other than that, what would your product do? It would sit to the side. No one would know about it. It would just be great all on its own. And, you know, who cares? I mean, no one will ever know about it. It'd just be sitting there. If you didn't put in the effort to put it out there, to let it be known, to let people know about it, to see its greatness, and you'll get the results that you put in from the action that you put in. And that same thing goes for you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You that's listening in your car, in your headphone, whatever. I'm talking to you. Same thing goes for you. You are the product. So what are you advertising? You are the product. So what are you advertising? If you say you're so great, you're so good, you're so kind, you're so loving, you're so talented, you're so skillful, you're so all of these things, what are you advertising? All right? Or are we sitting back waiting for someone else to advertise for us? Are we sitting back on that shelf, just sitting there waiting for someone else to tell people how good we are? Are we sitting on that shelf waiting for someone else to tell people about the great products or the great ideas that we have? Is that what we're doing? Just sitting to the side, hoping it happens, wishing it happens. What I think that was Cedric the Entertainer say, we don't hope. He's like, we wish. Are you sitting back hoping it's going to happen? So it's not going to happen if you sit back and hope it's going to happen. We have to put in the work. You have to, put it out there. You have to advertise yourself. You have to put your best foot forward because no one else is going to do it for you. All right. So when you walk around in your everyday life, you're advertising yourself. Unbeknownst to you, you're advertising yourself. People are coming up to conclusions and judgments and all kind of things just from, how you're walking around and how you are presenting yourself. So, always be mindful of that, whether you're in the real world, whether you're online or whatever. People, be mindful of that. Your brand, everything you're doing is your brand. How people perceive you. All right. So with me saying that, I want to, let me see. How can I do this? I'm not going to hurt any feelings with this. I'll go with this. Okay. Let's say you're a doctor. You are a doctor and, you have these clients. You're great. Some kind of way your name came up to someone. Your name came up. And the first thing we do is what? Research. They're going to research, okay? Hey, you should go to this doctor or whoever. They're going to look you up on Google or whatever first. They can see your name. They're going to read your reviews or whatever. And then they, maybe on social media or whatever, and they pull your name up. What's going to pop up when someone puts your name in? What's going to pop up when someone puts your name in? If you are a doctor and someone puts your name in, what do you think should be on your page? Because you got to think about it. Basically, you're getting a chance to advertise on social media. That's what that is, and people are judging. So if you're a doctor and your first 5 videos is, twerking videos, and the next 4 is your next 4 videos are fighting videos, then you got a couple medical articles in between, and then you got other violent type of things going on in there. Do you think someone's judging you? Do you think someone's judging you? And they are. I hate to say it. We say thou should not judge and all that type of stuff, but people are looking at you every time. So if I got on there and I saw a doctor with all that going on, me personally, I don't know, because I know how people are. I probably wouldn't question them or their credentials, but there's someone out there who is doing exactly that. They're not giving you their business because of what you're putting forth on social media. And basically, that's where we live now. All right? So they're not giving you a chance. I actually had a person one time come to me. They were looking for a particular type of business, and they asked me, did I know somebody? I actually knew someone. I knew of someone. I didn't know them like that. It wasn't like they were family or close or whatever. I actually knew of someone. So me, I'm the type of person, I look at stuff like that before I give them the information or whatever, go check them out or whatever. I went on their social media first. And when I went on the social media, I'm like, oh, no, I can't give them this. I can't give them this. It was one of those posts where they had, how they had the arguments on Facebook or whatever, and, people go from the one person arguing and get screenshots from them, and then they go to the other person arguing, they get screenshots, and they all combine on different posts, and they all come together. That sounds like a mess the way I'm describing it. That was that type of stuff. That was the first couple posts on the page, whereas her arguing back and forth with some people, group of people, whatever, and the first couple messages was that. Then she had a couple things about her business and what she does on there, but not an entire lot, not a whole lot, but mostly stuff like that. So for me, as me representing my own brand, I did not refer her. That was a no for me. And, see stuff like that, though. So you got to be mindful of everything that you do. You got to be mindful. You don't think people are paying attention? They are paying attention. So always be mindful. You are the product. What are you advertising? You are the product. What are you advertising? Whatever that job is, or whatever that career is, or whatever that thing is that you want to be doing, when you wake up in the morning, first thing you should do is say you a silent prayer or whatever, and the next thing you should do is affirm yourself and mentally talk to yourself and remind yourself, today when I get up and walk in this world, I'm going to walk as that thing that I am or I aspire to be. So you get up. You don't have to have the money to match it. You don't have to have the money to match wherever you're trying to go. It's not about money, man. You have that confidence to match it. You have that air about yourself to match it. You have that, just the good qualities that match whatever you're trying to do. You have those qualities about yourself when you walk around every day. You already see yourself there. Manifest it. See yourself already in a position and carry yourself as such. All right? See yourself as already in that position and carry yourself as such because you're building up your brand. People are really having missed opportunities because of certain things they're not paying attention to. And, I'm not blaming people because, all social media and all that started off as fun. We have a good time or whatever. And a lot of people, we wasn't taught either. It's not computing in the brain that, the business effects it can have on it. All right. You got to picture your business stuff. You think that's enough that people see it scrolling on there, but you're not thinking about the full effect of your page and be mindful of the type of people that you're trying to attract. And that's in business and in real life. when you advertise yourself, what are you trying to attract? What audience? Outside of business right now, let's say you walk the world every day and you have a way that you want to be seen by people. In your mind, you have a way that you think people should view you. All right? But everything about you says otherwise. Let's say your clothes doesn't match how you think people should view you. Your attitude doesn't match how you want others to view you. Nothing about how you present yourself in everyday life matches how you want other people to view you. And you get angry and you get upset and you wonder why people are not seeing you how you see yourself or whatever, because the advertising is all wrong. The advertising is all wrong. You have to put yourself out there how you want to be seen. You're responsible for the advertising of your product, which is you. All right? So, like, even in business, let's say you're trying to, I had a person before, and I was coaching a person, and I said, what type of clients are you trying to attract? Who's your audience? And the person's like, I want CEOs. I want from the boardroom to the hood I want everybody. You don't have to be a particular type of person. You don't have to be this. I say, yeah, but your business name and your brand is screaming you have to be a particular type of person. And, and she said that she was like, I never thought about it. I said, yeah, your brand. Like, think about the name of that brand and think about all the different types of people that you're trying to attract. And the name of the brand was kind of, I don't want to say vulgar a little bit or whatever, but it kind of was. All right. So even when thinking of business names and branding and colors and all this type of stuff, you have to be mindful of the audience that you're trying to attract. So we found out that she was wondering why her business wasn't growing. And I told her it could be the small things. You think it's something big, it could be small things like that. Because, she has a great product. Everything about it is good. But she was just trying to figure out, what is it? What is it? And when I even read it, I'm like, ooh, I would never tell nobody about this business. Because that name right there, it just doesn't represent my brand to even be preferring that one. Even though everything about you, what you have going on is great, is good, your first step should be changing your business name. All right? And then I asked her how she even come up with the name or whatever, and she told me she let her teenager have parts in coming up with it. See, a lot of people not think about it in a business type of way. You're just thinking about, I just want a fun name. I just want a cool name, just something, whatever. But, yeah, it goes a little further than that when it comes to, like I said, marketing and branding. Who are you trying to attract? Who are you trying to attract? There's a lot of things you have to take into consideration. Relationships and all. Who are you trying to attract? What are you advertising? How are you advertising your product? Do you want a well-spoken man that's dressed well, that smells good, and he handles his business, and he take care of home, and he does all this stuff? Are you presenting yourself as a person who wants to attract that? All right? And vice versa for men as well. You want this type of woman, or are you presenting yourself as a person who, would like that type of woman? Or are you getting what you're advertising for? Or are you getting what you're advertising for? All right? So you want a person who doesn't take advantage of you, and they're independent, and they, don't need you all the time, and, they take initiative or whatever. But yet, when you're meeting people, you've been assertive, you're taking initiative. You're handling everything, all their business. You're taking care of everything. You're paying for everything. Oh, I got you. You're trying to spoil whatever. Then you're getting upset when that's not being reciprocated to you. How did you advertise yourself to that person? That's how you advertise yourself from the beginning as, I give, I do this, I take charge. You don't have to take charge. I pay for this, I do this. Be mindful of how you advertise your product, which is yourself. Be mindful. That's in every aspect of life. Business, personal, whatever. People are watching. Be mindful of it. They're paying attention. When you're applying for these jobs, they're going on your social media. They're looking at your social media. They're going through your stuff. They're seeing who you really are. Even though, most people are putting their best foot forward on social media anyway. We'll say the best memories, the best pictures, the best everything on there. We start off right, but then, we get kind of too personal and start throwing all this other stuff into it or on our accounts or whatever just because we like it or whatever. And people are judging by every little thing. I'm not saying just be so cut and dry. You don't share any parts of yourself that you like. But what I'm saying is make sure whatever you're showing, whatever you're showing, whatever it is you're advertising about what you like, make sure it reflects back to who you are or who you want to present yourself to be. Make sure they match. That's all I'm saying. Make sure they match. Don't be shooting for a job that's making $400,000 a year, but all the stuff you post on your page is just like goes totally against whatever that company stands for, goes totally against everything you stand for, or, what you put out there. And then be upset when you're, not getting these hits and not getting certain opportunities. It matters. It matters in this world. I'm sorry, we live in this world and all this stuff matters, man. It matters. All right, so make sure everything matches up, and make sure however you want to represent yourself, and that's what you're doing. And it's these small things. I just want to get out there and say that because I see this so many times, man. So many times. Make sure the message matches the advertisement. Make sure whatever you're advertising matches the message that you want to send out. All right, remember, you are the product. What are you advertising? You are the product. What are you advertising? When people see you, what's the first thing that they will see? What's the first thing they will say when they see you? I know what you got in your head. I know what you're thinking about yourself and how great you are, but what do other people see? What are you reflecting into the world? All right, be mindful of that. And a lot of people, we don't stop to think about the small things. So I say, hey, let me get on here and do my part to help people think about these small things. All right? So anybody think about, I'm always going to talk about business because that's what I do, help people fulfill their purpose. Starting a business and you're thinking of your logo and all that, don't just pick something that you like. Pick something that correlates to whatever business or product you're trying to sell or you're trying to present to people. All right? Take you out of it. All right? I mean, of course, you're going to be in it because you're the one doing it, but, take you out of it and think about what brand of that product or what brand of that business, and think about that and who you're trying to attract. All right? Who you're trying to attract. I've seen so many people don't even know. Great. Don't even know the smallest thing, like the name of their business and all that, can make somebody run far away. Unless the name of your business is attracting the clientele, that you're trying to receive. All right? So I just want to put that out there. I'm not going to keep you guys long. I've been doing great. Last week I did do 25 minutes, though, but whatever. Don't hold me. I was talking about going to see a therapist, which I think people should do it. I talk about going to see a therapist as if I'm going to the supermarket. It's nothing. I talk my therapist's ear off. She's my diary. All right? But it was great having you guys here. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of the support, man, now and in the future for things I have coming up at Stroked, STROK'D _ the podcast, at Stroked, STROK'D _ the podcast. Y'all already know what it is. And of course, you know what just happened to you. You just got stroked up. Bye.